closed the door in his face once he'd put himself out to be charming. Certainly not one buried so deep in the bottom of Texas she was never likely to run across a better-looking man. Before he could get curious, the door opened again. A young woman of more health than beauty said, "Miss Moody tells me you're looking for a room." So the pretty one wasn't married. She seemed more promising than this tall, disapproving female. "That's right." The woman neither smiled nor frowned, just watched him calmly out of amazing gray eyes, apparently unimpressed with what she saw. She looked like a Quaker with her plain dress, hands folded in front, her coffee-brown hair captured in a bun at the back of her neck. But there was something about her that the prettier Miss Moody lacked, a kind of energy, an inner force or strength, which even a stranger on first meeting couldn't miss. It didn't make her less plain, but somehow it made her plainness matter less. It also made her more interesting, more of a challenge to make her like him, despite her obvious determination to do just the opposite. "Wouldn't you be more comfortable at one of the saloons?" she asked. "No, ma'am, I wouldn't," Owen said, beginning to be irritated. "I want to take a bath and change my clothes. I'm not used to this infernal heat." "It's been a relatively cool summer." "Not for anybody who wasn't born in this hell of southern Texas," Owen snapped. "Miss Moody doesn't allow cursing." "That wasn't cussing. When I cuss, you'll know." "Are your boots clean?" She looked him over again before reluctantly opening the door. "They haven't touched the ground since I stepped into the saddle this morning." "Follow me. Be sure to take your hat off. Miss Moody is very particular about that." Owen felt as if he'd stepped into a woman's bedroom rather than the parlor. He'd never seen so much chintz or so many frills and ruffles. "Do you mind telling me your name?" She didn't slow down or turn around. "Why will you be needing it?" "I'll have to call you something. You'll be in and out of my room all the time." She stopped then, turned to face him, her frown even more pronounced. "My name is Hedda Gwynne. I'll see you have little reason to use it." Not even a hint of flirtatiousness. She turned and started off once again. Owen followed her up a stairway and down a narrow hall to a room that contained an iron-frame bed, a wardrobe, and a small table with a pitcher and basin. No chair and no curtains, only shades. The bedspread was a pale blue, the design on the wallpaper faded, and the pitcher and basin plain white. "Rather stark, isn't it?" Owen asked. "Most of our lodgers are men." As though men were unable to appreciate color and variety. "Do you serve meals?" "They'll be extra." "Many restaurants in town?" "Several." "Any good?" "Good enough for a man." He wasn't used to being ignored by women, especially a plain one. His ego had been bruised. He would wring a response out of Hedda Gwynne if it was the last thing he did. "Where is the bathtub?" he asked. "Outside. You have to pump your own water." "You mean you expect me to take a bath in cold water?" "The water is pumped into a cistern where it's heated by the sun. When you finish, you have to fill it up again. Laundry is an extra 50 cents a week. Leave your clothes in the bathhouse if you want them washed." "Do you do the wash?" Her gaze narrowed. "Why do you want to know?" "Just curious. I wondered if Miss Moody did the washing." "Miss Moody owns this house. She doesn't work." "Do you do everything? Clean the rooms? Wash the clothes? Cook?" "We don't have many guests." "Aren't you afraid to be alone with strange men?" "I keep a shotgun next to the bed. I shot a man a year ago. I haven't been bothered since." Clearly a woman to avoid. "Where can I stable my horse?" "The blacksmith has a barn. Ask him. If you need anything else, ring the bell on the table by the front door. Guests aren't allowed anywhere on the first floor except the parlor and dining room. Miss Moody is most particular about that." Owen had never met two more unlikely prospects to help relieve tedium. He considered looking elsewhere for lodgings. "I'll try not to upset Miss Moody. I hope you won't have any..."